We said this time would be different. Same words, softer tone. Packed our doubts into silence. Called it hope, called it growth. You traced circles on my arm, like you knew how this would go. I ignored the warning signs, 'cause I wanted it to work this time. I know we rebuilt what was already cracked, painted over the past. I believed in the version of us that never seemed to last. 'Cause we always end here, saying we tried our best, stand in the aftermath of promises we said. We swear we've learned, we swear we've grown, but the end is always clear. No matter how we start again, we always end here. Like nothing was broken, like love wasn't wearing thin. But every I miss you felt borrowed, like deja vu sinking in. I memorized the way you leave before you even knew. Every goodbye wore a different face, but it always sounded like you. I kept hoping time would fix what honesty refused. We were brave enough to fall back in, but scared to tell the truth. 'Cause we always end here, in the quiet after storms, where we blame the timing instead of what we've become. We say maybe someday, maybe soon, but the pattern's crystal clear. No matter how we start again, we always end here. If love was enough, we'd still be standing. If effort worked, we'd have changed. But wanting isn't the same as choosing, and we never chose all the way. I'm tired of goodbyes in slow motion, of calling endings repair. Some stories aren't meant for forever, just lessons we learn everywhere. 'Cause we always end here, at the edge of almost right, where love looks good from far away but falls apart up close at night. I won't promise one more time what my heart already fears. I won't start again just to end where we always end here. This time I won't call it fate, or say we didn't know. Some endings repeat until one of us lets go. I learned how to answer to anything, every version you needed me to be. I wore your words like borrowed clothes, forgot what fit me, I suppose. I bent my edges, softened my truth, so loving you felt easier to do. Somewhere in trying to stay the same, I stopped recognizing my own name. I was everywhere, but inside my skin I was yours before I was my own. And I didn't notice when I went missing until I was alone. Now I'm learning my own name again, saying it out loud, letting it stay. I gave it away in pieces of love, I thought that's how you're stopped asking what you think. Started listening when my heart would sink. There's a quiet strength in choosing me and letting go of who I used to be. I untied myself from your expectations, from half-lived dreams and explanations. Turns out I don't have to be erased to be loved, to be safe. I confuse being needed with being known. I confuse silence with peace, but losing you showed me something honest. I can finally hear me. Now I'm learning my own name again. Not the one you called when it felt convenient. Not the girl who stayed too long just to prove she was different. I'm writing my truth in my own handwriting, no one else to blame. I'm learning my own name. I'm learning my own name. If loving you meant forgetting me, then it wasn't love, it was survival. I won't disappear just to belong. I won't be small to feel entitled. I'm allowed to change. I'm allowed to choose. I'm allowed to lose you. I'm learning my own name again. In the quiet, in the brave. Not who I was when I was breaking, but who I am when I stay. I don't need permissions to exist or someone else's frame. I'm learning my own name. And maybe finding myself was the love I postponed. But I'm here now, and I finally sound like my own. I learned how to tilt my head just right, so I look okay in your kind of light. Smiled smaller, spoken lines, careful not to take too much space at a time. I cropped my dreams to fit the wall where yours were hanging framed and tall. Every room had rules I didn't make, but I tried to bend for your comfort's sake. I kept adjusting the edges of me till I couldn't tell what was true. I was becoming who you applauded and losing who I knew. I was fitting in a frame that were never built for my shape, holding still so I wouldn't break what you wanted me to be. I kept shrinking my colors so yours would stay the same. I was fitting in a frame and calling it love, calling it safe. Every compliment came with a cost. Love me like this, don't change, don't grow. I memorized what you needed and ignored what my heart already knew. I learned silence could sound like peace if you're scared of what honesty brings. But there's a difference between being chosen and being kept carefully unseen. I mistook approval for care, I mistook staying for strength, but the cracks were showing everywhere. I was disappearing by length. I was fitting in a frame, tracing lines I didn't draw, trying to be easy to hang, easy to ignore my flaws. I gave you the best of me in a version I couldn't maintain. I was fitting in a frame that were never meant to hold my name. If loving me means I can't move, can't grow, can't change my view, then it's not love, it's control, and I'm done being small for you. I don't belong behind glass, frozen in someone else's past. I was made to breathe, to bend, to feel, not to be displayed, but I'm breaking out of frames. I don't fit in, that's okay. I don't need to be understood to finally walk away. I'm taking back my colors, every piece you tried to tame. I'm breaking out of frames, and I finally recognize my face. I won't hang where I can't grow. I won't stay where I'm kept low. I'm not art you get to own. I'm alive and I'm moving on. You say my name like it still means home, like we're not standing on borrowed time. Same words, different sidewalk, different stars and the same goodbye. Your jacket smells like almost dust, like promises we never kept. I pretend this ending's temporary, but my heart already knows what's next. We stand there counting seconds, like time might change its mind. But I've lived this moment before, just under different lights. It's the same goodbye, different night. Same ache sinking in my chest. We swear this time it hurts less, but it cuts me just as deep, I guess. Different streets, same tears I hide, same silence after drive safe. It's the same goodbye, different night, and it still breaks me the same. We promise we'll stay in touch, like distance ever fixed a thing. Your smile says this isn't over, but your eyes already know how this ends. I replay every version of us, trying to find where it went wrong. But all the roads keep leading back to loving you a little too long. I tell myself I'm stronger now that I've learned to let you go, but my heart still flinches every time you hold me slow. It's the same goodbye, different night. Same pauses in between, words we don't say out loud but feeling everything. Different clock, same time, stand still. Same hurt I can't escape. It's the same goodbye, different night, and it never really changes. If endings were lessons, I'd have graduated by now. But some loves don't teach gently, they just show up and bow. I don't need another reason or one more almost try. I'm tired of collecting memories that only know how to say goodbye. It's the same goodbye, different night. Same tears I won't defend. I won't call this fate or timing or pretend we're just friends. Different mood, same lonely drive, same song on replay. It's the same goodbye, different night, and this time I'm walking away. I won't wait for another night to prove what my heart already knew. Some goodbyes repeat until you finally choose you. I walk past places I used to know, where I learned who I was supposed to be. Same streets, same reflections, but they don't recognize me. The girl in those photographs held her breath just to belong. She thought staying meant surviving, but she was wrong. I used to look for myself in every familiar face, but comfort doesn't always mean that it's my place. I'm outgrowing old mirrors, they don't tell the truth anymore. They show me who I had to be, not who I'm becoming now. I don't hate who I used to be. She did the best she could, but I'm outgrowing old mirrors, and that feels bittersweet and good. I tried on lives that almost fit, like borrowed coats and borrowed years. Some kept me warm for a moment, fears. I stayed longer than I should have just to prove I could endure. But growth doesn't ask permission, it just pulls you forward. I stopped chasing recognition from versions stuck in the past. I'm learning that becoming someone new doesn't erase what didn't last. I'm outgrowing old mirrors, the glass feels thinner now. I see the cracks I used to hide and then I look away somehow. I thank the girl who stood there, trying to be understood. I'm outgrowing old mirrors, and I finally feel like I should. I don't fit in the lines I traced when I was scared to change. Some reflections freeze you in time, but I won't stay the same. If growth makes me unfamiliar, if healing changes my face, then I'll choose the unknown reflection over familiar pain. I'm outgrowing old mirrors, I don't need them to define who I am or who I'm not, or keep me trapped in time. I'm letting go with gentle hands of who I once outgrew. I'm outgrowing old mirrors and stepping into something true. I don't recognize her anymore, but I owe her everything. She kept me alive